Hi, welcome to the Fortune Cookie. So, today I'll be doing a reading about your physical body, which is, of course, the earth. The earth represents your body, and that's what we're going to talk about. Now, I've been called to do this reading, so Spirit wanted me to do a reading on this to help some people see things clearly, to help them to understand things. So, we're just going to clear out the energies. Just give me a second. All right. So, let's begin. Now you do have the devil, you have the sun, and you have the page of wands. You have the five of hearts. You have extra messages at the top. Of course, you know what this one is. This is the earth, which is your body, your physical body, your consciousness of the physical body. You do have a moonology. We'll get to that in a minute. So, and you do have another one, which is the dark mirror. So let's get to the message. Now, the devil. We're not really talking about the zodiac sign. We're going to get the energy of what these cards are bringing to the table, what they are talking about, what it is that you need to know and understand. Now, the devil card, it represents a lower nature, lower vibration, overwhelming of things. This is when things get to you to the point where you start to feel negative. In this case, in this reading, the devil, it's about a mass of thoughts, imagination running wild. Okay? And one of those thoughts has taken a whole scenario on its own. And it's something that you may continuously think about, that one particular thought. What if this doesn't work out? What if that person doesn't say anything? Or what if that person doesn't like me or love me? Or that one, it could be one person, one thing, or one place that you will overly think about constantly. With the Five of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about when you are constantly in this energy of overthinking, fearing, being overwhelmed, negative, feeling like you're bonded to something and you can't get out of it. It causes you to have problems with the Five of Wands, problems with yourself, within yourself, and of course with others. Your environment will be nothing but chaos. And when you don't stop the pattern, or you don't see clearly of what you're doing or what your thoughts are creating, the Wheel of Fortune comes in and it brings you cycles, continuous cycles. Each cycle will teach you what's really going on, what's the reality of things. And the cycles will keep going on. Some will get worse, and in other cases, it will get better because you begin to recognize and see the pattern that you're creating for your own self. And you'll try to fix that by changing your thoughts or eliminating some of your thoughts, filtering your thoughts. But in this case, with the devil being here, it becomes an obsession where you get trapped in your mind. Obsession can lead you to going crazy, not seeing things clearly, paranoia, mental illness, all because you cannot control the thoughts. The thoughts are now controlling you. They become your demons. So now we understand that when we're in this state of mind, this is what happens. The problems and the cycles that continue to go, they don't stop. The good thing about it is that we do have spirit. When we are connected to spirit, connected to our soul, it brings in revelation. It brings in guidance. It brings in clarity. It brings in a new chapter to close out this oldness. Do you see the difference? You have dark and you have light. You are both, but it's how you use the energies. You use them together. You use a little bit of dark, you use a little bit of light, but you never just go in completely in, extreme polarity, as in you are all this or you're all this. No, you are both, but it's how you use those energies. You use them together. But here's the sun. And the sun comes to bring you clarity and truth, and it shines a light on this, what it is that you're overthinking. Because all this is basically coming from your own mind, your own emotions. So with the Page of Swords and the Three of Cups, it teaches you. With the Page of Swords, you gather information through the sun. The sun brings it to you. And with the Three of Cups, you're able to now engage with others in a more positive way. You're able to engage with others in more of a harmonious way, with an understanding of knowing that each person is their own individual selves, and each person have their own mission. And instead of worrying about what that person thinks, rather just vibrate on the frequency, as in you love yourself, so you can attract others that are on that same page as you. And when you do that, you will have the Three of Cups. Again, engaging with others in a more peaceful, harmonious manner. And that's what it teaches you. Remember, you are dark and you are light. You are both. But it's how you use those energies. Balance those energies out. You do have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands talks about, communication, of wanting to do things physical, getting out there and experiencing life and understanding more things out in the external world. So once you understand the internal once you understand the internal world, which is this, then you can go out to the external world and experience having this knowledge here. So in this case, you do have the Six of Cups and you have Temperance. You now know, looking back at the past, you now understand that for you to be whole, you must be whole within. There is nothing external of you that will make you whole. It is you within you. Temperance. When you have understanding and spiritual knowledge, you are whole within. But when you look for, the soul wants the desires, and to fulfill those desires, they look external. And when you look external, you become imbalanced because you're not working within. Everything that you need is within. So when you work within, then you become balanced. You understand. You have temperance. You can control yourself. You know now, looking back at the past, you understand now how to temper yourself. You have spiritual knowledge. You have understanding to where now you are in balance. You know how to mix the dark and the light. You know how to be both and be balanced. The mind, the heart. Instead of the mind thinking all the time Allow the mind to feel. Instead of the heart feeling all the time, allow the heart to think. Work them both ways, and you'll be balanced. And once you understand that, then you're ready to go out into the external world and experience those things that Spirit has for you to experience. And you will always be protected. Remember, you are your own person. There's no need for you to be somebody else. You do not need to be a weak-minded person. And if someone comes and tells you something, you quickly believe it without researching it or going within to find the answer within you. All answers rely within you, not outside of you. Always do your research. Question everything. You are your own individual self, and you're always connected to Spirit. Now, we've already talked about the obsession, which is the overthinking and causing chaos. Now we do have the moonology. Adjustments are required. Yes. Do not fall into extreme polarity. Do not be all this dark and no light. And do not be all light but no dark. No, you have to be the blend of both. So adjustments are required. It's time for you to understand and to grow spiritual knowledge and to experience that in a balanced way. You do have the 5 of Hearts. The 5 Hearts indicates good news. With the Page of Wands, there could be good news coming from a fire sign. It could be from someone in your past. But see, you are now balanced because you now understand. So anyone that does come from your past, you have a higher learning and a higher knowing that this person may come to apologize or bring closure to you, instead of you falling into the low vibration and pretending as though you don't need this person back or you don't want this person back in your life. No. Planets go into retrograde for a reason, and it's to bring closure or to finish up a cycle or to experience something that you haven't had a chance to experience because you were too much into your ego, which is this. So when planets go in retrograde, know it is something that you need to finish, put a closure on it, or experience one last time to understand why that thing is happening, for whatever or with whoever. There is a reason why behind it. And it is for you to learn that reason, for you to learn to have that understanding. You do have another message. Now, if you do have the letter P in your name, you might want to listen closely. But at a peak cycle, and we're talking about right now, the cycle presents bright prospects for the future. Use creative talents. Good fortune is at store. So, use your energy towards yourself for the good. In the good, if you have talents, put your focus on those talents. And when you do, you will see the rewards come to you at a later time. Stay focused on that. But as far as obsessing with thoughts and other people, you're wasting your energy and you're wasting your time on that. You cannot control what other people think about you or how they feel about you. You can only control yourself. And that is the whole mission here on earth, is to finding who you are, your self-knowledge, your self-realization, and your self-love. So you can meet other people on your same page, to where you can have the 3 cups with others. There's an understanding there amongst those 3 people. So this reading was meant for me to do. Spirit wanted me to bring this reading in. At first I didn't know how or what for, but now I'm beginning to see that even I learned from this as well. We all learned something new. And I'm thankful for this reading. So Spirit, I do give thanks. So again, you may receive good news from someone from the past, but now you're more balanced. So you're aware that this person may come just to bring you an apology, forgiveness, even closure. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Allow it. It's meant to happen. It's meant to be. Remember, you are dark and you are light. You have to just balance yourself out. Do not be one to the extreme. And this talks about earth, which is your conscious physical body, how you move. That's pretty much all that I've got. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you take something out of this, learn something. Thank you for coming to my channel, and check your placements, your sun, moon, and rising, and don't forget to check your progression chart. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.